The wind carried smoke, the ground it was wet. What we need we haven't found yet. My eyes were raw as the morning was met.
My name is Grace G.
They've gone and did it again.
Most of the time okay. The uncertainty factor of when this is going to be over is a little hard, and so it sometimes gets you down. But I'm retired, so makes it a little easier than people that have to figure out the school piece or job piece. And yeah, and initially wondering how you're going to stay connected, you know, because it's different.
Did it again.
Nativity, you know, they've given opportunities with a book group that I was in before. We started Zooming that. Actually, I'm in 2 of them at Nativity because I like the books. You know, the outreach teams that I have been working, I was with the hunger and the racial equity. The hunger I've kind of put on the back burner. I've decided that I needed to kind of focus on one thing pretty intensely, and so that's how I've been staying connected. Do the same things, only more remote, I guess.
Most is what we do now.
I think justice is my middle name. It's always, I was a dietitian professionally, worked in public health most of the time, so hunger was always something I was aware of. I worked with the WIC program, then with people that were on SNAP, on food stamps, which is now called SNAP. And then the racial equity piece, when I moved here, I came from an area that was, I knew a lot of diversity around the issue of poverty, but not around people of color. So after Philando Castile was killed, I kind of got more interested in that than in hunger, although I still am involved in that. But so I just was looking for ways. I discovered there was a group here that had been kind of gathering and trying to figure out what to do. So, you know, I think we're, and of course what's happened, you know, in our city with George Floyd, it was, yeah, it's just, it's important to go on a journey and figure out what's been in the past of our country and understanding systemic racism, and trying to encourage other people to take a personal journey and understand more why we have our problems. And it's complicated.
They've gone and did it again.
I'd like to see some changes in understanding about race and how at some level we all have that issue of being a racist, even though it sounds terrible to say that. I hope that more people come to realize that and understand why it's part of our country. I would also look for Nativity to the staff and the council, working with the equity team that's here, the racial equity team here, that we'll work together to make it better, make it more aware, encourage other people in this congregation to get on the personal journey of understanding the whole problem better.
Most is what we do now.
There is a book called Dear Church, which is written by an ELCA Lutheran black pastor. He's written a book that one of the book groups that meets on Sunday morning is reading it, and the hope is that we'll have several other offerings, other book groups in the congregation that people can sign up for. There's a possible youth piece where it would be available for youth or family of youth, and it'll lead to the book has a lot of action pieces in there, and it can be disturbing at points, but I think it would get people thinking about what we want our church to be standing for and what we want to be doing. So look for a chance to sign up for a group. Join us on the journey.
They've gone and did it again. We've seen it before, not too long ago. Pain like this is something we know. My head